Welcome to a crash course in the artifacts in Genshin. The aim for this video is to make you a knowledgeable Genshin player in the least amount of time. Let's go. There are 5 artifacts in the game. You have the Flower of Life, which gives flat HP. Plume of Death, or most commonly referred to as the Feather, which gives you flat attack bonus. The Clock, which can give you HP %, defense %, attack %, elemental mastery, energy recharge %. The Goblet of Aeonothum, or most commonly referred to as the Cup. It can give you HP %, defense %, attack %, elemental mastery, energy recharge %. But the thing that sets this apart from the Clock is it can also give you physical % damage or elemental % damage. Last but not least is your crown, headgear, circlet of logos, whatever you feel comfy with it. It can give you HP %, defense %, attack %, elemental mastery, and healing %. Here is a table to even simplify things more, courtesy of Honey Hunter World. Yes, that's the builder website we use for our Monster Hunter builds. She is also getting the Genshin sickness, so make sure to check out genshin.honeyhunterworld.com. Let's tackle first the difference between flat bonuses and % bonuses. Flat attack, flat HP versus attack %, and HP %. Flat bonuses such as attack and HP that you get from the Feather and the Flower are not dependent of your character's base stats. What you see is what you get. Even a level 20 character can act macho with a fully maxed out 5-star Feather and flaunt his additional 300 plus attack, comparing that with someone with a maxed out 5-star attack % Clock. The guy with the Clock will just be a laughingstock because his base level is just so low. So that's why in the early game it's God sent to have a Feather as your first 5-star or 4-star. This is a controversial one. Let's say you are in mid to end game and you want to make your damage higher. The thinking of going all attack % on your Clock, Cup, Crown is obsolete. Going ham on attack % have diminishing returns. The combination of attack % plus element % or physical % is now the way. So automatically, Catalyst users like Klee, Lisa, Sucrose are automatically a combination of attack % plus elemental %, since Catalyst users always deal elemental attack. For melee, it depends. A good example would be a comparison with Razor and Chong. Razor deals physical damage 99.69% of the time, even when his ult is active, as compared to Chong, which will automatically deal cryo damage, which is non-physical damage, the moment he pops his E, or elemental skill, and his ult is also cryo damage. For Razor, an attack % plus physical % would be great. Doing electro on him wouldn't be the wise choice because the electro damage done by his ult isn't even big. For Chong, an attack % plus cryo % would be great. He would be dealing elemental attack most of the time. Additional attack % can also be achieved through the substats of your artifacts. Additional element % and physical % can't be achieved through the substats. You can also get additional attack via elemental resonance by stacking 2 fire units in your party. Yes, this is a party-wide damage buff. Clear? Catalyst goes attack % plus elemental %. Melee, I can't really give you a one-liner of what you should do. You gotta get a feel of that character and see if you do physical damage most of the time or elemental damage. Now, is that all you have to do to get the big damage? No, I'm sorry. You gotta pay attention to crit rate and crit damage as well. The ideal ratio of crit damage and crit rate is 2:1. You have a natural crit damage of 50% and a natural crit rate of 5%. You can buff up your crit damage and crit rate through the substats of your artifacts and through the crown. For starters, a crit rate of 50% and a crit damage of 100% is good. Anything higher than that, even better. Okay, checklist for big PP damage. Crit damage crit rate ratio 2:1. Don't go full attack %. And is that all? No, you're forgetting elemental mastery. I'm not going to complicate this. If your DPS would do melt, vaporize combination, attack, elemental attack, crit damage, elemental mastery of the triggering character would matter. Basically, the other reactions beside melt and vaporize only scale with elemental mastery and the base level of the characters triggering the elemental reaction. Just go with this way of thinking. For your DPS characters, it's good to get elemental mastery as a substat role on your artifacts. For your support characters, it's great to have elemental mastery on the main stat of their artifacts. That's why in YouTube videos with insane damage, you're always going to see one of those team members running instructor set for that party-wide 120 elemental mastery buff when the wearer triggers an elemental reaction. Now we're going to discuss the perfect artifact. Just kidding, that's reserved for the next video, which will probably be up hours away from this one, so don't worry. Were you able to catch what I'm trying to say or not? Or I'm going too fast? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you for watching my Genshin content. I know 69% of my subs are allergic to gacha games, so yeah. I greatly appreciate you clicking on this one, man. Thanks. I still stream MH World Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, GMT +8, 4 AM. Open lobby. Feel free to drop by. Thank you again for watching the video.
A million quotidian, extraordinary next heir to the throne like a